Further 17,000 people, 70 million people could die of COVID by March in Europe and parts of Asia, the World Health Organization has warned. Further 70 million people could die of COVID by March in Europe and parts of Asia, the World Health Organization has warned. The death toll already exceeds 1.5 million in the 53 countries of what the WHO terms as its Europe region. The death toll already exceeds 5 million in the 53 countries of what the WHO terms as its Europe region. The WHO warned of higher extreme stress in extensive care units in 49 of the nations by March 2022. The WHO warned of high or extreme stress in intensive care units in 49 of the nations by March 2022. Europe is facing a surge in cases, prompting Austria to return to lockdown and others to consider fresh measures. Europe is facing a surge in cases, prompting Austria to return to lockdown and others to consider fresh measures. A number of countries, including France, Germany, and Greece, could also soon make booster jabs a requirement for their citizens to be considered fully vaccinated. A number of countries, including France, Germany, and Greece, could also soon make booster jabs a requirement for their citizens to be considered fully vaccinated. But several countries have seen fierce protests against new measures. The Netherlands saw several nights of riding over a partial lockdown, but several countries have seen fires, protests against new measures. The Netherlands saw several nights of lighting over a partial lockdown. In its assessment, the WHO warned COVID was the top cause of death in its Europe region. In its assessment, the WHO warned COVID was the top cause of death in its Europe region. Cumulative reported deaths are projected to reach over 2 million by spring next year based on current trends, the WHO said on Tuesday. Reported deaths are projected to reach over 2 million by spring next year based on current trends. The WHO said on Tuesday. Confirmed COVID-related deaths recently doubled to almost 4,200 a day, it added. Confirmed COVID-related deaths recently doubled to almost 4,200 a day, it added. In Russia alone, the daily death toll has been recently topping 1,200. In Russia alone, the daily death toll has been recently topping 1,200. A high number of unvaccinated people and the prevalence of the Delta variant in some countries were key factors behind the high transmission rates in Europe. In the Europe region, the WHO said a high number of unvaccinated people and the prevalence of the Delta variant in some countries were key factors behind transmission rates in the Europe region. The WHO said the WHO Europe Director Dr. Han Cruz urged those who were still unvaccinated to get the jab. The WHO Europe Director Dr. Hans Cruz urged those who were still unvaccinated to get the jab. All of us have the opportunity and responsibility to help avert unnecessary tragedy and loss of life and limit further disruption to society and businesses over the winter season, he said. All of us have the opportunity and responsibility to help avert unnecessary tragedy and loss of life and limit further disruption to society and businesses over this winter season, he said. As well as European nations, the WHO also considers Israel and ex-Soviet states like Pakistan and Uzbekistan as making up the region, as well as European nations. The WHO also considers Israel and ex-Soviet states like Pakistan and Uzbekistan as making up the region.